Dennis from Smoke Daddy Inc. and Pellet Pro Grill. I want to show you today, we're going to do our turkeys today that I've had brining over the weekend. Now, one of the parts we're going to use is our Heavy D to add that extra stick burner style smoke. It's this unit that fits over the burn pot, and you put big chunks of wood in there, like that. One big chunk on each side. If you go with smaller pieces, I would recommend mixing it in with lava. Now, those chunks get encapsulated here. You take this, it's 10 gauge, so it's a heavy piece of equipment. You put it in over your burn pot, just like you had your existing heat diffuser. Now we'll put everything back together here, the drip pan. And this grate. Now this particular smoker is our 3200. It's got 10 cubic feet of area in there. This one only has 4 racks, but our newer ones have 7. Now, yeah, it works really well. It's got a convection fan to help keep a more stable temperature throughout your smoker. So it is awful cold here today, so this is going to be a good test for it. It's like 29, 30 degrees. So I'm going to get this going. This is our Old Faithful. It's well seasoned and should do a really good job. So we'll go inside, get our turkeys ready, and we'll show you that. Okay, it's been over the weekend that we've been brining and curing these turkeys. Now we're going to do a traditional style one. We're going to do all 3 of them and see the difference. But now, as you notice, I put my banner up here. We forgot to have that up at the beginning of the video, but there it is. So again, this one here is the one that's brined with just salt and sugar. This one here is brined with or cured with the sugar and salt and the curing powder. Now all these little parts and pieces, I had those in the cure too because I like to smoke those, and you can use those for making bean soup or whatever, but they'll be really nice. So it'll turn out like ham. Now this is the traditional one. I haven't cured it or brined it at all. What I'm going to use today is, it's just Montreal steak seasoning. Don't let the steak seasoning fool you too much because all of the ingredients in here are just, black pepper, salt, some garlic, and I looked at, red pepper flakes. So this is basically what you put on there. I'm just going to add a little extra paprika and some oregano. So with that, I'm going to season these all up. And then we'll get these out on the smoker. Now I have the smoker outside, our 2300. I'm going to smoke all 3 of these at the same temperature and the same amount of time. So we'll see how the difference at the end. So with that, we'll see you out by the smoker. Okay, we got the smoker going. I got all 3 turkeys ready to go here. I'm going to put it into our 2300. I got it set at 180. I think we'll run it at 180 for about 3-4 hours. Check the internal temperature and then bump it up a little bit at a time until the internal temperature is about 165, 170. So as you can see, that we're getting plenty of nice stick burner style smoke here with our Heavy D stick burner heat diffuser. So with that, I'm going to put them all in here. We'll put one on each level, and we'll smoke them up. So, see you in a bit. Okay, we've had this going for about 6 hours. I just want to show you, it's a cold day, and show you the turkeys in here. They're looking really good. Yeah, they're gonna turn out really nice. So I've been monitoring them all day using the Tapacue, which works very well, and I just now bumped it up to 225. I just want to show you, after 6 hours of use, this hopper was full and it's like 30 degrees, so Yeah, this thing, it runs very efficiently, and with the double-walled cabinet, it's very efficient on the pellets. So we'll come back. Okay, here we are. We're all done. I got all 3 of these turkeys done. This is the traditional one that I put Montreal steak seasoning and a little bit of paprika. This is the one that was brined with salt and sugar. And this one is cured with the salt, sugar, and the Prague powder, or the cure number 1. So let's see how these turned out. We'll take this one here. Let's pull one of the legs off here. Now this is the traditional one. Let's see what here's the thigh. That looks good. So we'll put this back in here. Let's take off the wing here and check a piece of the breast here. So here you go. Here you can see the color. We'll do a taste test later. So that's the traditional one as far as for the appearance. Here's the brined one. Let's see, we'll take another little slice off here. See, that seems to be a little pinker. Let's see how the breast looks here. Cut that thing off. Okay, that seems to be a little about the same, but and we'll check that, we'll taste that later. Now let's check the one that's cured. Came off already, I'll wax it. Now you can see that's a lot more of a pink color, more like a ham. But that's that cure that does that. So we'll test that. Let's see what the breast looks like here. Well, they're about the same here, but it's a little pinker. So, but we'll do a taste test here in a little while, and let me plate this all up, and we'll do a little bit of a taste test. So we'll be right back. Okay, I've got all 3 of them separated here, and I've got them numbered 1, 2, and 3. And I'll have everybody in the shop or comes by today. We're gonna sample it and see which one people like the best. So we'll come back with the results in a little bit. Okay, the results are in our small little sampling part, but number 2 was the best one. That's the one that was just brined with salt and brown sugar. Number 1 came in the next. That was just a traditional one. And number 3, the one that was cured, came in last. The difference is the one that was cured is has more of a ham flavor to it, and number 2, everybody told me it seemed like it had a little better smoke flavor, and number 1, you know, people just like, you know, the traditional style one. So that's the results that we got, and they all turned out really good. So yeah, that was just a recap. We did it at a real low temperature at first, 180, then I bumped it up to 200. Then 225, and then I finished it off about 250 until the internal temperature got to about 170, 175. I did put them in the refrigerator overnight, let them rust, and then cut them up. But yeah, all of them would be really good for sandwiches or whatever. So yeah, that was with our 3200 vertical smoker, and we used our heavy D stick burner to add that smoke flavor. So thanks for looking. Go start cooking.